Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm spiritual medium Kelly White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Brandy. Nice to see you guys. Wow. So I hope everybody has had a good week. It's been a strange week. I hope everybody can relate to that. It has been a very, very strange week. Hey there, Julie. Hey, Nailani. Nailini. I love that name. Hi, Marge. Hey, Amy. So how is everybody? Hey, Samuel. Hey, Verna. Hi, Lori. Hi, Verna again. Hi, Sam. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Shanley. Oh, I love you too, honey. Hey, Renee. Hey, Judy. This is so fun. Hi, Jeannie. Hi. Hey, Lori Counts. How are you, honey? Hey, Brandy. You missed me last week, so let me tell you a little bit of what happened last week because first of all, what a heck of a week, right? Has everybody had a heck of a week? Oh my God, last week and this week? Wow. And I was laughing so hard because some of the comments when we had to cancel Monday's show was pretty funny. Because unforeseen circumstances, I'm like, thank you for that, Carissa. um, yeah, psychics and mediums, we should have been able to predict this. Actually, my husband and James both said to me, I don't think you're going to make it back. I'd flown to Texas and I was flying back on Monday. And of course, my plane got delayed by about 4 hours. We were stuck on the tarmac in Dallas, along with 20, 30, 40, 50 planes. I don't even know. So many planes lined up and due to weather. So we couldn't take off. And there were parts while I was on the plane that I could get reception, and then parts where I couldn't. So I'm texting James, I'm texting Renee, our producer, I'm texting Don, and it was just insane. So I didn't get home that night until around midnight. So sorry that we missed the show. But James and I are going to go back in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing that readings for everybody. And I know we were all disappointed. We really wanted to do the show. And at one point, James sent me a text and he said, "Oh, honey, forget it. Just sit and have a glass of wine on the plane." So, which is what I did actually. So thank you, Verna. I love purple. And I wore purple intentionally today for a reason that we're going to talk about with this full moon in a second. But first, I wanted to talk about a little bit about the the planets in the last week and a half. And if everybody felt wonky, if everybody felt, I don't know, brain fog, kind of out of it, like no energy, all kinds of things. It was a really, really bizarre energy. I have to say, it was so intense. We're just kind of coming out of it now, but there were two planets that were Gandanta, and Gandanta means out of control, and that was Mars and Venus. And they were. It's Gandanta when a planet is very, very 2 or 3 degrees away from in a water sign, like at 29 degrees or 27 degrees, 28, 29. That's Gandanta, and it's always the first or second degree in a fire sign. So everything was in Cancer going into Leo. So that period, this last 8-10 days, these planets were in Gandanta. So it was really a crazy energy, and a lot of people were feeling completely out of it. So that is what was happening. There was a lot of other things happening, but that was a big one. But I thought what I want to do today is I want to talk about this new moon that we have, the full moon that we have coming up in Aquarius. And this is a big deal. It's a rare full moon. And what makes this rare, they call this the buck moon because new antlers are grown. And I've actually seen the bucks out there on the farm, and you can see the antlers coming up. It's kind of wild to see. And if you have noticed, every night the moon's been kind of like this orangey red kind of color. So I think this is a very special moon. But also what makes this moon special is in another month, and I think it's on August 22nd, we also have this full moon in Aquarius. So it's 2 full moons in Aquarius. Very rare, but they work in harmony. So a lot of you healers out there, it would be really important for people who need healing and people who are healers. It's going to be this full moon in Aquarius brings out visionaries. It means visionary. It means futuristic. It means new ideas. It means it's like a paradox, if you will, of being an individual and then also collaborative, because Aquarius is, really they're very individual, but they also are all about humanity. And I read something that I thought was just beautiful to describe this particular full moon. And it was the water bearer, which Aquarius is the water bearer, has the gift of being able to collect water, which signifies the emotions of the world. And in its vessel, he puts all the water, all the emotions in this vessel, and then transmutes them using the power of air. And then it pours them back down to the world, bringing a shift in consciousness. So this full moon and the one coming up on August 22nd will bring a shift in consciousness. Interesting enough, James Van Prague's birthday is August 23rd. So that's going to be very interesting, that shift of consciousness there, right then and there. But it will change. People have been stuck. I do a lot of readings throughout the day, and a lot of the things I hear is I'm stuck. This period and the next month will unstick most people. Hey, Ardelia from South Africa. It will unstick people because it means to shift directions. So this full moon, it's interesting because it conjuncts with Pluto and opposes the sun. So it's going to have surprises because of that Pluto aspect. So we've already had a lot of surprises in the last probably week and a half, many of us. But this full moon offers us a chance to objectively understand ourselves and how psychology works, how spirituality works. It's going to actually help us, and it invites us to do healing on ourselves, healing for ourselves. And it also allows us to be eccentric. So the reason I wore purple is I always think of purple as a color of a little bit of eccentric, but it's also such a high vibration. So that to me represents Aquarius. And this is what is going to be happening. A great few things to do during this full moon in Aquarius is put your crystals out. So we've always talked about that. You can put them in the sink and put some salt water, like some kosher salt or regular salt, or if you're lucky and live near the ocean, get some ocean water and put on them. Oh, they love that. I'll have to go to the well since I live on a farm. Anyway, put them out, rinse them off, and put them out in the moon. And you'll see, and charge them with the idea of making the shift that you need in your life. So you can actually program them and charge them to make a shift, make a change in the direction that you're in, okay? Because this period of time is going to unstick people and head them out. This is also a great moon to meditate under. So I know I've talked a lot about meditation. This would be a great opportunity during this full moon to just sit outside if you can, if you're in a place to do that, or even in the house, just meditate with this idea perhaps of talking to your guides and having your guides help you with your next step, because this is also a great full moon to connect to your guides. Okay. So this full moon is very powerful. So I think you guys, yeah, yay for getting unstuck, right, Julie? It's so true because so many people are. Oh, BJ Baldwin, she says she put purple nail polish for the first time. Oh, that's so great. So funny. When I was in Dallas, I went to Dallas to visit my daughter and my baby grandkids for the first time. I'd been on a plane. It's the first time. And I was so excited because we got to go to a restaurant. It's like, oh, and then I got my nails done. And the funniest thing about that is, just like in the olden days, last year and a half ago, when I used to get my nails done, they already, all the polish came off in 6 days. I'm like a 6-day girl. It just comes right off. Anyway, so the other thing I want to mention is that on July 29th until September 14th, Mars goes into Virgo. And Virgo, it has a lot to do with health. And this could be a time not necessarily in August so much, but I really feel September and even in October. I know nobody's going to want to hear this, but I feel that we may have be shutting down again or something along those lines. I think it's going to. I think I feel that something's going to happen with the virus again, kicking up, and I think that August is still open, but I think September and October could bring some issues in here. Okay, I just wanted to say that because it's really been on my mind a lot. So yes, Shanley, if you are an Aquarius, it would have a bigger impact on you. If your sun, moon, or rising is Aquarius, look out. That will bring a lot of change. And if your birthday is tomorrow, woo, that's going to be a big one too. Or if your birthday is August 22nd, too, that's a big one too. So Tammy Lynn says, wow, start cancer treatments on the 29th for 3 weeks. And there you go. I got chills on that one. So Tammy Lynn, when you start your treatments with that Virgo in Mars and Virgo, that will help you. That will help you because Mars does bring energy. So it should give you energy as you're doing that. Mars does bring energy, and it would put energy into whatever it was, and it happens to be Virgo for healing. On the other side of that coin, I think it kicks up the virus. So Renee, you've been feeling the same way about the country shutting down again? Yeah. Instinct. Yeah. I have a feeling. Oh, Amy said I had a dream about COVID quarters. Oh boy. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Cancer is the moon, right? Yes. Yes. The moon but this moon is in Aquarius. Rachel says, I'm supposed to go on a cruise at the end of September. So does that mean it's not going to happen? Well, I was like all over my flight. No, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And James and my husband, Don, were like, I don't think so. So, put one of those things, insurance, Rachel, when you go do these trips. Listen, I have trips planned August, September, and October. But I don't know. I'm just going to, do the best I can with this. So Ardelia says, I've got a healing with Prajna on August 4th. Bravo. Oh, Prajna's a fabulous healer. And if any of you have not had a healing session with her, oh, it's really quite wonderful. Is my husband a medium? He's a large, and he is no, he's a musician, but I'll tell you this, he's so damn psychic, this one. And the funny thing, and for all you mediums out there and all you psychics out there, you can't read for yourself. I mean, you just can't. So he often will read for me, which is great. Stacy said your son Truman. Oh, I love that name. Your son's name is Truman. What a great name. 22nd birthday is tomorrow. Wow, I would expect amazing things to open up for him, Stacy, because that's a big one, actually. Hi, Renee Hounsel. How are you, honey? Ready for more change? Yes, keeping your positive intentions positive. That's so great. Kathleen Fleming said, I recently had a medium come into my work, and he said that someone was visiting me, a woman. I wish I knew who she was. You didn't ask the medium? He just said randomly, like, like that? I don't know who it was. I have no idea, but that's very interesting. Maybe it was a spirit guide. Could be that too. I wanted to answer some questions because people wrote some questions. And I wanted to answer a few of these, and I will definitely have some I've got some great cards that we're going to do too, which will be fun here. So let me start with this. So J.R. Stevens, you asked if any insight into my journey as a medium, anything I need to know as I walk this path. Love your show. Thanks, J.R. Appreciate that. So yes, when you walk the path of a medium, you have to pay attention to a lot of things. You have to pay attention to signs from the universe. You have to pay attention to going inward. Going inward is everything as a medium. You spend time in nature. You spend time meditating in a meditation, getting to know yourself, getting to know the feelings of what comes in for you, and just take your time with it. One thing I would say, as James always says, is go into groups. If you can find the medium groups, to join and to work with that really is very helpful for your development. And take as many classes as you can. Read a lot. I read a lot as a medium when I was beginning. I was a fanatic about reading. I couldn't inhale enough information. So I think, and it's a wonderful path. I would also encourage you to take, I always say this to mediums, take some psychology classes or something so you understand psychology as well as mediumship. It's a good one. But congratulations, that's a great journey. So Karen Rager says, I'm wondering why sevens and multiples of seven, most of all 21s, have been so prominent my whole life. I just realized this recently. I've been trying to figure out the significance of it. Thank you. Love your shows. Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, well, seven is the spiritual number. So seven, anytime you see a seven, 777 or seven, it always brings your soul to a place of spirituality. And 21 is a lucky number, as we know, lucky 21. It's a lucky number, but it also means it's a gift of spirituality. So this is a wonderful thing. If you've noticed that your whole life, good for you. I think that's really good. So now I want to answer a question from Lori Counts. Hi, Lori. So she said she must get a reading with us. And you're at a crossroads energetically. So, and I know you have a question. It says about your 25-year-old daughter, a relationship. Am I supposed to let go of her after her choice of 6 years of estrangement? I know it says a part of me is just ripped apart. I love and miss her terribly. I've done everything humanly possible to try to reconnect with her, but her influences have a powerful hold on her. So I understand. And I know you are a 5 of hearts. So 5 of hearts, anytime you hear me say a heart that has everything to do with emotion, it means the soul came to work with emotion. And a 5 of hearts feels everything. Oh my gosh, a 5 of hearts, they're always very creative, and they're the sensitives of the world. They're sensitive with animals and music and flowers and just everything. And your daughter is a 10 of hearts. 10 of hearts, um, come to learn about themselves often. They often will take a leadership role too. This is how I'm going to answer this. Do not give up on her. Do not give up on her. Whatever you do, Lori, don't give up on this one. Okay? Just tomorrow's a great full moon for this. Put that intention out to having a relationship with her. Put that intention out, okay, honey? I believe that will turn around. I truly do. So I had to say that. Okay, Norel May says, hi, Kelly. Could you please explain what it means to lead a spiritual life? Also, would love a card. Thank you. So that's a great question, Norel. I did an event yesterday with a company that invited me to speak, and somebody else asked me that exact question. So here goes. So leading a spiritual life, and I'm not talking dogma or from a religious standpoint or anything. A spiritual life means to have a different consciousness. It's a consciousness that you're aware that our soul is here for whatever amount of time that we're here. There's beauty in nature, there's beauty in people and souls, and you view things with a different lens. So you view things as you can from a high vibration. It means taking care of yourself, having compassion for yourself, having compassion for others, having empathy. To me, that is leading a spiritual life. I hope that helps with that one. And I will love to pick a card for you because, oh, Lori, thank you, honey. Sending you love too, sweetheart. So I found this deck online. It's called Wild Crystals Deck. And I don't know these people at all. It's by a company called Tamed Wild. I found it, and I love crystals. So I thought it would be fun. I'm going to answer a bunch of other questions here, but so I thought it'd be fun to pick a card. So I'm going to pick this card, and they're just crystal cards, and they'll tell us whatever it is that you need to know. And you would ask the question about a spiritual life. So let's see here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, the answer here for you is clear calcite. So clear calcite is to be a healer. It's a healer actually of bones and teeth and absorption. But what it really does is it removes stagnant energy from you. So and it helps to cleanse your area. So perhaps use this, if you think about it, clear calcite to help you understand what a spiritual life is, actually, how to cleanse your space. That's part of a spiritual approach in life, too, is cleansing your space. So that's a good one. Very good. Okay. Liz Beck says, are destiny cards only for your birth date? Or are they like the tarot? No, they are for your, I would love a card. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, Liz. They are for your birth date. And I think that they're wildly accurate. And I was going to tell you, I was going to share this with you too. There's a great book, aside from Robert Camp's books, which are great on destiny cards. But here's another one that I really think is great. It's a woman named Sharon Jeffers, and it's called Cards of Destiny. And her name is Sharon Jeffers, Jeffers. And she's got a lot of information too on it. I think she's a great writer. Okay, so let me go here. Betty Graff, you've been stuck a long time. Yes, and you're going to be unstuck now. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Betty. Hold on a second. Your card is, Rutilated Quartz. And guess what? I happen to have a Rutilated Quartz right here. How great is that? It almost looks like the picture. How cool is that? I love Rutilated Quartz. It is for, let's see, it aids in depression, and it helps to provide stability in the body. It talks about using this in dream work, so and astral projection and past life work and meditation. So this is very interesting. Why don't you, if you decide to, or even just get a picture of Rutilated Quartz if you don't have one? But I love this one. This will help get you unstuck. This is a great time, honey, to work with your guides, literally work with your guides, and talk about your future and what you want to, where you want to go, and what you want to do. If anybody is a healer out there, or let's say somebody needs a healing right now, this is a great time for homeopathic remedies. Sometimes, in fact, all the time, really, homeopathic remedies get us unstuck. Because our vital life force gets stuck. And what homeopathic remedies do are they lift up our remedy, they lift up our vital life force, and we start moving along. So look into homeopathic remedies. It's a great time for that. It's a great time for instance, any type of new age healing. It's a great time for Reiki. Sometimes Reiki will get you unstuck too. There are all kinds of things that people can do. So good. So, and Tammy, you've been stuck since May 20th. May 20th. Well, is that because you've been taking care of yourself? I mean, sometimes the universe puts us in a place of an illness so we can actually use the time to go inward to heal and to move and to make different choices and different changes in our life. There's always a reason for something here. Always. Always. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Nalini Sharan, I'm going to answer this question. She said, I'm open to receive any message that I need to know for my well-being. Thank you kindly. You're so welcome. All right, I'm going to pick a card for you. And that card is, Black Obsidian. I actually have that too, but it's a little further for me to walk. The Warrior Stone. I didn't know it was called the Warrior Stone. That's pretty cool. So Black Obsidian is actually used for protection and to move obstacles. So you won't be stuck for much longer. There you go. Isn't that funny? That's such a sweet one. Chrissy Hayden says, I would love a card, please. I'm looking to buy a house in September. Cross my fingers it happens. I bet it does. Ooh, that's interesting. Black Tourmaline for you. Black Tourmaline is to remove and cleanse negative energy and negate fears and anxieties. So, Chrissy, let's remove any negativity. The thoughts should be, my perfect house is coming in September. Okay. If that's another way when we talk about a spiritual life, it's to use everything in the positive. A spiritual life we really don't, and we're human, having human experiences, of course, but letting go of any negative thoughts or any negative energies or anything that can bring us down. And it's not like pie in the sky. Ooh, it's like that. It's more of a maturity that things are going to happen in life, and they're like either negative or positive. You just move on. I think that makes sense here. So let's see. What? Okay. Oh, I wanted to read another question here. Um, this is a great question. Sandy Goldsmith Brazee says, hoping for the future to be easier for everyone, do I feel society will move towards healing and be a happier, more loving world? I'm a 7 of diamonds. That you are a 7 of diamonds, honey. And I did say that 7 of diamonds has a difficult life. That's true. So 2 questions she asked. Yes, I mean, I really believe that at some point we are moving to that. But it's an individual thing. I mean, everybody individually has to make the spiritual call, and to heed the call when you hear the spiritual call, and to let go of preconceived notions and let go of negativity, and become happier individually. And that will move everybody along, actually. It's amazing when you take this path, the spiritual path, how you affect other people around, people that may not have a clue. I mean, I always feel that my job is to turn the light on in there, for not so much for the soul, almost the brain, and go, okay, come on, here we go. It's interesting. Um, and why would a church, this is another great question, really. Thank you for this. Why would a person choose so many struggles in one lifetime? It's an excellent question. It's because the soul grows from these difficult experiences. And some souls on the other side, when we're in with our soul group and we're in with the council that guides us to what we're choosing to do, we may say, oh yeah, put that one in, put this in. No, I want to do this. Oh no, it's okay. It'll feel fine. I'll be okay, really. And I'm sure on the other side, our spirit guides, the council is like, that's a lot. But we have this free will somewhat here. And so some of us take on a little more challenging life. And because on the other side, everything feels fine. It feels good. When you get here, it's a lot more, complicated and challenging. So that's why some people they just want to, especially sevens. Sevens have a lot of karma to overcome. So some of them say, oh, come on, I'll just take it on in. So Amy says she started to see a hummingbird lately in my yard. Isn't that great? Me too. And which reminds me, I have a hummingbird feeder I better put out there. And hummingbirds bring a lot of joy, and they're little messengers, and they always bring some positive. That's the word today, positive energy. Always that. Oh, Kim Ann, you have two that visit you early morning. Oh, while you meditate, yes, because it brings in joy. And that's the other thing. While you're meditating, years ago, I practiced Sundo. Sundo it's like a meditation, martial arts, yoga. It's kind of combined Tai Chi. It's kind of everything all together. And I practiced for a long time. And our teacher would always encourage us while we were meditating to have a big smile on our face. And I was always like so into whatever I was, I would have to forget about the smile on my face. But he really got us into that space of smiling as you're meditating. And actually, I should go back to that. It's probably a really good one. Bethany Graves, hello, Kelly. I'm looking for direction on how to find my life's purpose. Well, Bethany, I think I'm going to see you on Saturday, wink, wink, at our intensive because I saw your name. So guess what? We're going to go over that. So I'm going to go over that with you then. Okay. So that'll be great. We'll talk about that on Saturday. And so, Conchetta says, okay, wait a minute. She says her birthday is October 14th. What is my destiny card? So let's talk about that. And I'll certainly tell you if people need their destiny cards. So October 14th is a 8 of clubs. So 8 of clubs has an extraordinary mind. So that means that you would have come in to have eyes in the back of your head, the front of your head, the side of your head. You can inhale information. You also probably on the other side of this worry all the time. There's a lot of worry. Anytime you see a club, no, clubs and hearts have a lot of anxiety. Clubs and hearts, both. Because they're full of emotions, and the clubs because they're always in a mental state. And this is why meditation would be so good for you. But Eight of Clubs, often they have so much power. All eights come in with a lot of power. And intuitiveness, I've seen healers, I've seen directors, I've seen writers, I've seen actors. It's an extraordinary birth placement is Eight of Clubs and they forget about how much power they have. You have a tremendous amount of power there. So you do come in to use your mind. That's an Eight of Clubs like this. They have to constantly be on the ball like this. So, oh, Lori Crone, this is my first live with you. I'm enjoying it very much. Oh, great, honey. Well, let's get a card for you. Hold on a second. Okay, Lori. Ooh, this is fun. You have the emerald. How cool is that? Emerald. Wow. It's good for menopause. Who knew? But this is a good card in case that is the situation. I did not know that. So interesting. It's also great for bringing in energy, and it's the God of wisdom. Isn't that interesting? They call this the God of wisdom. This is a very big one. This is great. It's one of the precious stones. So read into emerald. Emerald's called the stone of truth. So there you go, honey. That's a good one. Oh, I wanted to, it's some March, Beth Butler. I have to answer this one, March 2nd, because anytime that I see a spade, I have to talk about it because there are not that many of them. But March 2nd is an 8 of spades. Now, oh, and I should say this, the 8 of clubs, very psychic, very psychic. 8 of spades, very psychic, very psychic. Okay. And 8 of spades there are often powerhouses. And some of the men seem to know this about it when they're an 8 of spades. They get that they're a powerhouse. Um, the women, for some reason, may know it, but they may not act on it. So I've seen CEOs with this placement. I mean, often they come in for business. Or, funny thing, they come in for mediumship too. But it's a very powerful 8 of spades. Eights means power, and spade means that you would have had, talk about challenging life. Challenge. Anytime there's a spade, there's a challenge and a karmic destiny. You have a karmic destiny. I would say probably in the healing work, in the healing realms. Okay, so I hope that helps. Sandra Lee Small says, my birthday is 1/16, 1957. Go 57. Um, I was born in 57 too, which is a 22, which is always good. So January 16. So the first 13 days of January are the spades, and those are the ones that took on a really big karmic life. That first 13 days, that first Renee Martinez, I'm talking to you. It's a big one, but down to the 16th. So the 16th is a Jack of Diamonds, and a Jack of Diamonds is, well, the United States is a Jack of Diamonds, but that's July 4th. But the January Jack of Diamonds is somebody that's probably very good in sales. They're youthful forever. They come in with energy because they want to explore everything. They want to explore everything. Talk about positivity. Really, Sandra Lee, you probably have a tremendous amount of positivity because that's what a Jack of Diamonds represents. They come out, they want to make people feel good. They're also very psychic too. Really psychic. And they're the ones that can master anything. They're a Jack, they can master anything, particularly marketing and sales. I always see that with that one. But it's a good one. Okay. Leanne Glenn Chafee says, my birthday is, I'm a little confused, 16/12. I think you mean 12/16. So I think that's, I think that's what it is. 1965. Can you let me know if you're on the right path? Okay. So 12/16, December 16th is a 2 of clubs. And 1965, 2 of clubs is the friendship card. What happens with the 2 of clubs is they're born into, often there'll be a fear-based something along the line, and they're the ones that have to realize that there's no such thing as fear. There's just there's fear or love, and you always choose love. So, and sometimes twos get stuck because they're waiting for something, the right relationship or the right something or other. But yes, I'm going to say you're on the right path. As long as you are feeling good about everything that you're doing, you'll always be on the right path. Okay, for two, they have to feel really good about what they're doing, or they could get stuck. So I'm going to say, yeah, you're on the right path. And I have to say something with healing with you also. Okay, I hope that helps. Um, so Peggy Van Sant, I just had her thing, but it just disappeared. I'm so sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me tell you your destiny card. So you are March 14. So March 14th is a 9 of diamonds. So when we talk about the suits, so again, hearts are about emotion. So you'll hear me say, whatever of hearts, it's always going to be something about emotions. Clubs is always communication. It's always mental. It's always in the brain. Most psychics and mediums are mostly clubs, is what I find. Spades have everything to do with karma. And when we get to diamonds, diamonds often we talk about value, and in a 9 of diamonds, we talk about finance. There's always a diamond has something to do with money, finance, always. But a 9 of diamonds, we call them the givers, and you constantly, it will not feel fair. You just are constantly giving because a 9, so let's say anybody's a 9 of whatever, a 9 comes in to complete their cycle of life. Like this cycle, they come in to complete a cycle. So anybody who's a 9 of something, this soul cycle and a 9 of diamonds would mean that you're here to complete values. And in order to do that, you have to give and give and give and give and give. And it's never going to feel right. You're going to be like, seriously? Yes, seriously. It's a constant. So Sinfinity, what a great name. Hello, Kelly. 1227, 1966. 1966 is a 22. Also, so a 1227, before I read the rest of it, I have been waiting and wanting to move for 9 years. July 1st was the proposed move date, which didn't happen. I'm feeling so lost. Any guidance would be greatly appreciated. Yes, let's see here. July 1st. Let me think why that didn't happen. Well, it will happen. It will happen. Don't worry. It'll happen. Sometime, always we plan, God laughs. Seriously, that's the truth. Universe has a better plan for us than we can ever imagine. And 1227 is a 4 of hearts. Now, 4 of hearts, I should say, bless your heart, is all about family, security, and I think probably patience would be a real good virtue here. It will happen, okay? It will happen, Sin. Don't worry about that. It is going to happen, okay? So, Gina Marie, let's get you a card, honey. Let's get you a crystal card. Ooh, muscovite. Muscovite. How is that? It helps with mental functions and it removes self doubt. Okay, Gina Marie, it removes self doubt and it also helps to communicate with spirits. How interesting. Okay, so this is a good one. Okay, can I pull a card for your loved one? Oh, how about self doubt? There you go. Think positive thoughts. Okay, Margaret Highsmith. Hi, Margaret. Butterflies have been flying in front of me, in front of my vehicle all week. It makes me so sad because I love butterflies so much. Why is this happening now? Could there be a message? Often, Margaret, they're loved ones, but why would it make you sad? I mean, you're not running them over. I mean, often, butterflies come in. It's kind of cool, and then they kind of do their thing um, and leave. It's always a message. Butterflies are usually represent transformation. Two things. They either represent a loved one or loved ones. That could be the case. Butterflies always mean transformation, time to change. If they're going into your car, they're trying to get your attention. I'm going to say it's about change for you, transforming into the person that you're supposed to be here. Why is this happening now? Because we're in a period of great change for the world, for us individually, and clearly for you. You'll be making some form of transformation. That's a really good one. Butterflies are like the greatest. That would be the message here. Okay. That's definitely the message here. So Renee Hounsel says, is there a crystal that helps our energy when we are doing work across the veil, helping those cross over? Great question. Great question. Well, always a quartz crystal is always a great one to have, Renee, and I'll tell you why. It absorbs so much. It absorbs so much. And also, what else would be a good one? Oh, I know you people out there would know. It's funny. I was just thinking of this. A red garnet. I would always think of for healing, red garnet. It is. Oh, interesting. Here we go. It aids in fighting viruses. That's interesting, right? Red garnet. They call this the love stone, but it's help. It's used by healers to improve circulation and in helping with fighting viruses. But it also helps people to pass over here, the garnet. So maybe a red garnet and a good get good quartz, probably a really good quartz would be good. But if anybody else has any ideas, please let Renee know, because that would be a good thing. Hi, Connie says it's my daughter's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to her. And today is July 22nd. And that makes her a 6 of clubs. And a 6 of clubs, very psychic. They never know it. They're here to speak their truth and to have whatever their truth is, they will tell others. They're all great leaders, by the way. They sometimes don't recognize that, but they're great leaders. They're not necessarily here to follow. So, hey, Wendy Connolly, happy Thursday. Melissa says, all here. I and of my amazing sons is an indigo child with a birthday date of 6/9. Okay, absolutely. So, and he's an indigo. So, indigo children are very special, I think. Indigos are the ones, sometimes they're called the warriors, even. They're out there. They don't really follow rules that much. They have a heart of gold, and they're here to change the world. They will be into all kinds of things. They will be able to, often they're diagnosed as ADHD. Um, but they're very creative and really here to shift the consciousness is what they come in for. So on June 9th, and his birthday was between 2 eclipses, so that'll be a real interesting year for him. June 9th. Oh boy, 8 of diamonds. Woohoo! Powerhouse. Teach him how to teach him now how to meditate. Teach him now how to meditate. Teach him empathy. Okay. 8 of diamonds, sometimes they have, especially the males, not so much the females at all, really. I find this with the male 8 of diamonds. They need to learn compassion and empathy. So, and especially if they are in indigo, they're all over the place. And teach them, if they can, if it's appropriate, teach them how to meditate. And breathing is really good for them. I had an interesting experience with my grandson that I wanted to share with everybody. I thought it was so interesting. He's 4.5, and he was snuggling with me one morning while I was in Texas with him. And he said, Gigi, I want to talk to you. I said, what do you want to talk about? He said, I want to talk about my school. So we talked about his school. And then he said, do you want to ask me any questions? And I said, yes, I do. I said, what do you think heaven is like? And he stopped and he looked at me and he said, oh, Gigi, heaven is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The paintings are beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. The paintings, though, are so beautiful, he kept saying. And I said, and he said, I paint in heaven. I said, you paint in heaven? He said, I do. And I said, well, are you going to paint this time? And he said, no, this time I'm going to do something different. And then he said, and you know what, Gigi? When we come here, we don't remember anything. We're not supposed to. And I said, why are we not supposed to remember anything? And he said, because we're here to create new memories. There you go. So he's 4.5. If any of you have a 4-year-old or 4.5-year-old that's verbal, I'd be asking questions about heaven, what they think of it. He was as serious as anybody could be talking about heaven. And there's no way he could have known that. I haven't seen him for so long that we wouldn't have even had this conversation. So I thought that was just fabulous. I had to share that. Um, so, okay, Melanie Barbusio says August 14th. So August 14th, you are a queen of clubs. So you're not a diamond or a spade. You are a queen of clubs. So queen of clubs are mental, mental, mental. Any queen of anything is like at the top of the heap here. They can outthink. A queen of clubs can outthink anybody. You're going to be right. If you feel that somebody has to go to the doctor, you're going to get the best doctor. You're going to tell them what to do. You're going to be right. You're here to heal. You're here for healing. So, I mean, it's a big one. Queen of clubs is great. They have a lot of nervous energy. So make sure you're grounding yourself. Way that anybody can ground themselves, and especially with this full moon, take off your shoes, do a moon dance. My grandson was teaching me the flossy, which was really fun. Um, I was like, is this a made up dance? It's a real dance, the flossy or the floss, whatever he said. I was still thinking about heaven um, because, like a 4-year-old, they can change the conversation pretty quickly. Anyway, Kelsey Watson says her birthday is 8/6. So August 6th is a 7 of diamonds, which is what we were talking about earlier. And a 7 of diamonds must choose between the material world and the spiritual world, the mundane or the spiritual. 7 of diamonds we often call the millionaire's card because so many people are very wealthy that come in with the 7 of diamonds. And the reason they are is because they must choose and think spiritual thoughts. Sevens can't afford a negative thought. The moment any 7, whether it's 7 in numerology or a 7 in destiny cards, if they have a negative thought, they're going to go down that rabbit hole. It's like stepping on a banana peel and then off to the races. And life is very short. Oh, one thing that my baby grandson did say to me, he said, we're not in heaven that long. I said, we're not. I'm thinking, well, I sure want to be. And then he said, no, Gigi, we're not. We come here pretty quickly. I was like, what? No, that's not what I talk about. No, no, I could just see me holding on going, no. I thought that was pretty interesting. So let's see. Jennifer Poole says her birthday was yesterday, July 21. Well, happy birthday to you. And that's again a 7 of clubs. So when we talk about the sevens, especially 7 of clubs, oh my God. Now, this is going to ring true. You cannot have a negative thought. 7 of clubs, they have to take a spiritual path, and often they don't. And that sometimes they get stuck in drugs or alcohol or something. And you must choose the wisest, highest path. Everybody should. And I guess that's why I was telling the story about my grandson said, we're not in heaven long and we're here and then we're there. But I'm going to say this. Life is, while we have it, while you're breathing, while we're here, make some change, make some positive change, do some good things for yourself and good things for your family and good things in the world. That would be the greatest gift that you can do for yourself and for the other side. Okay. Amy Wilson, 5/19. So May 19th is a king of clubs. Ooh, boy. A female that thinks like a male. And a king of clubs, look out. They're powerhouse. Powerhouse, especially a female king of clubs. Male too, but female king of clubs. Woo. There's nothing you can't do. Lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, teacher of a professor, running a business. I've seen it all with the king of clubs. They are phenomenal thinkers, very, very, very smart. Knowledge is king here. It's what you come in for. What do you have to watch? Negative thoughts. What do you have to watch? Anybody that can't be around you if they drugs and alcohol. King of clubs, it'll come down like power windows so fast if you're around anybody like that. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so Heather Petrie, Rako, that's a name. Much love to you, Kelly. You are inspiring and a joy to listen to. Yay, thank you. I would appreciate a card for guidance. Let's do this. Your birthday is September 15th, if the urgency allows. Let's go with September 15th since that's your birthday. I think that's really important here. And that's a 9 of clubs. So when we get to the 15th, and in Vedic astrology, from the 15th to the 22nd, I think it is, you're a true Virgo in either Vedic astrology or Western astrology. I'm September 20th, so it's a true Virgo place. And you're 9 of clubs. I'm going to take a big guess here. You're in the healing profession, I'm assuming. This is healing mediums. Um, I could swear that's Mavis Patella's birthday as well, who's a very gifted, wonderful medium. And they're here to help. A 9 of clubs comes in. It's like the cavalry. We come in to help. They come in to help. They come in to help. They come in to nurture. They come to close a psychic, to close a soul's, I don't know, life path, to close it. And so it's a very powerful life, and it's all about helping and serving others. Okay. Marla says, "Oh, I would love to know my destiny card. August 2nd. You got it, honey. Jack of Diamonds." So, Jack of Diamonds is somebody that must choose. Please always choose, if you're a Jack, the right thing to do, because a Jack could go down or up. It's up to them. However, youthful, positive, glowing energy. They're the ones that can do anything. I mean, you think quick and you can move faster. I know that shopping is a big one with this. With a Jack of Diamonds, for some reason, shopping is a big piece here. Also with an Eight of Diamonds, too. But it's a wonderful life of having experience of showing others, I want to say, positive thoughts, actually showing others and teaching others how to be positive. That's a big one with this one. So I hope that helps. Oh, I have to answer this one. So Pam Orsini, she says, August 31st, will we sell our house for more than asking price? I think you asked me that before, and I'm going to say probably just a little above that. Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, I keep getting a yes on that. And August 31st, that's my mother's birthday. And that's an 8 of hearts, and that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful one. It's 8 of hearts. So eights are really powerful, and 8 of hearts, powerful in emotions. So again, and my mother was a psychologist, so you can use it for manipulation. Don't. That's not the answer. Or you can use it really authentically to help others. And that is really great. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marcia. That's so sweet of you. Destiny card for June 10th. Yes, I'm happy to do that. 7 of diamonds. Again, a lot of 7. 7 of diamonds must take a spiritual path. All 7s have to. And 7 of diamonds doesn't have it easy. No 7s really do have it easy, but they are here to keep away negative thoughts, keeping positive with everything. And we call this the Millionaire Card because you gain not just material things, but you gain a lot when you have the positive thinking. And that's how spirituality is. It's all about releasing the negative and going with the positive. And 1957 is a 22, good year. And that's the year I was born. So, okay, let's see. Wait, what was it? I love helping others, Pam. Yeah, you definitely would. Destiny card for July 3rd. So July 3rd is, I believe it's a Queen of Diamonds. Yeah, Queen of Diamonds. So Queen of Diamonds, there are 2 placements that are probably the most, well, there's a few that are really challenged. The 3 of Diamonds, really challenged, tough. After that comes the Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds is about value. Make sure, honey, that you're taking care of yourself, because what happens with the Queen of Diamonds is they will start taking care of everybody else except themselves. And so it's really important that you embrace your own power. Queens come in with so much power. It's unbelievable. And there would be a lot of sacrifice with the Queen of Diamonds, a lot of sacrifice with that. But ultimately, you're here to uplift yourself and to uplift others, ultimately. Queen of Diamonds, very powerful. Oh, I have to say this too, extremely creative. I mean, this creative flow that goes through a Queen of Diamonds is unbelievable. So that's a really good one. Okay, let's see. I'm the chair. Okay, you say you do take care of everyone else. Yeah, and trying to do better on taking care of myself. That's really the message, Kathleen. That is, and I'm glad you love helping people because Queen of Diamonds, that's what they're known for. It's like the giver, all diamonds, the positive side of it is that they're here to actually give. So if you are a diamond, you really have to pay attention to that. You can see the high side and the low side of every card because they all have that. Amy Augustine, these hours go by too fast. Thanks, Amy. That's so sweet. Yes, they do. Well, and if anybody wants a further reading, you can go to my website, kellywhite.com. And then this Monday, James and I are back with. Do you remember when we had Kelly Russell on our show? She's the therapist who does the subconscious work. Oh my God. Let me tell you what, you guys, I had a session with her 2 or 3 weeks ago. She's phenomenal. I mean, she really does get to the heart of the subconscious and just has this amazing ability to work with you to release a lot that you carry around that you're even unaware of. Oh, I would highly recommend a session with Kelly Russell. The same way I would highly recommend a session anytime with Prajna, because they're both, Prajna's an incredible healer as well. But on Monday, we're having Kelly's husband, Kevin, on our show, and he's supposed to be a very powerful healer. I've not met him, but he's good friends with James, and so he's going to be on our show on Monday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. And then James and I are going to be doing live readings. So sorry, in 2 weeks because we had already had Kevin planned. And then I think a week after that, or maybe 2 weeks after that, I can't remember. Maybe it's 2 weeks after that, we have another surprise guest. And you know who that is? I'm going to tell you. It's Harry T. And Harry T's so fun from Australia. And he's a great medium. And he's going to be on my show also, I don't know, like in the end of August. So we have a lot of fun things planned here for us. So everybody, I hope everybody has, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry, her father just passed on 7/7. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I've noticed there were a lot of of people that are passing right now. Kim Ann says, you've been following Kevin. Oh, I'm so glad. I didn't know that, Kim Ann. Thanks for telling me. I should follow him too. I know, Leanne, don't you love Harry? I know, Ardelia, you love, love, love Harry. How could you not love Harry? He's fabulous. I mean, you got his card? Jane Grossman said she loved Harry and she got his cards. Well, I'm glad you did. Also, my friend David Vigiano got his. I did not get my cards yet. Harry, if you're listening, James and I are waiting for our cards, which you're going to love them. Thank you, Renee. Thank you very much. And I'm so glad everybody was here tonight. It was so much fun. It's always a lot of fun. So everybody, I will see you next week. And I think I have a surprise guest on. So that'll be next week. Anyway, I look forward to everybody seeing you again on Monday. Take care. Thanks, everybody.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kelly White.